Welcome to Thornley Salesian College. My name is Dan Antonio. I'm a Salesian cooperator and teacher of religious education here at Thornley. Last year, we were privileged enough to be the first UK institution to become part of the Don Bosco Green Alliance. And so we're delighted this morning to have the opportunity to interview James Trewby, who's a great friend of our school, about the work he does to promote climate justice with young people around our country. James, good morning. Good to see you again. Welcome virtually to Thornley.
Good morning, my fellow cooperator. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to see you again. I'm about to welcome in some of our wonderful Year 8 students who've prepared some great questions for you. Are you ready for them?
Bring them on, yes.
Excellent. Okay, come on in, guys.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, James. Hi, James. I'm Jacob.
Good morning, Jacob.
Mr. Antonio is telling us about you, and he's told us that you tell children to skip school. Is that true?
Do I tell children to skip school? It's not quite true. What I have been doing is encouraging people, and particularly Catholic students, to take seriously action for the climate. And some of that, I would say, is the getting involved in these climate strikes. Have you heard of the climate strikes, Jacob?
Yeah.
So did you know that Pope Francis has actually met with Greta, the founder of it all, and encouraged her to do the things?
No, I didn't.
I think that's quite exciting. It's quite exciting. So yeah, I am encouraging people to get involved with that, but I wouldn't say I'm encouraging people to skip school.
Hi, James. I'm Kian.
Good morning, Kian.
I've just got a question for you. What did the students learn, and weren't the head teachers against them attending?
What did the students learn, and were the head teachers against them attending climate strikes? I'd say that what they learned is that they have power. I think that's the fundamental thing that the young people left with. They realized that they had power to make change. I think a lot of young people think, oh, what can I do? There's nothing I can do to make the world a better place. And it is not true. Young people have so much power, so much capacity. Pope Francis wrote another letter recently, Christus Vivit, and it tells us that young people have power to lead and that we need to listen and follow. So they came away with that sense of, I can make change, I can make the world a better place. And then the other thing is I think they took the idea that they should, that faith calls them to that. So the two big learnings, that they can do it and that they should do it. And do the head teachers mind? No, I don't think so. I think any sensible head teacher is a little bit scared of the power that the young people have. But at the same time, I think they really believe in young people. Head teachers have a vocation. They have a commitment to young people. They're brave. It's a really good question, though. Thank you, Kian.
Hi, James. I'm Sadie. What kind of things do you do on the retreats?
What do we do on the retreats? Thanks, Sadie. Well, usually I try and get young people to come for a whole day. And usually it's all from one school, but sometimes I've had mixed from different schools. The day starts and finishes with prayer. And I think that's really important, that all of this is rooted in our faith. Then we try and do some activity to understand climate change better. And my favorite activity to do with that is to call someone around the world and hear about what climate change is like for them. So for example, in Fiji, I have a friend called Marjorie, and she will tell the students about, well, what's happening in Fiji and the water level rising and people having to move from other islands, so that the students go, oh, climate change isn't something just in the future, it is something that is happening now. So I think that's really important. Then what we do is we get ready to go out and actually join a march or join a climate strike. And that's quite a big thing. You get out there and there's hundreds of young people or sometimes thousands of young people, and they've got their banners and they're shouting, and our little group looks a bit scared, but they get involved and they begin to kind of feel the power of being with all these other ones. And I'm there reminding them that this is prayer. This is putting our faith into action. This is saying yes to something. The gospel is this idea of good news. So what we're doing? We're saying good news. We're saying we need to make change, that another world is possible. So we join the strike. And then at some point we leave the strike and go back and we stop and we reflect. So I normally do a quiet activity then. So they've got some time. Maybe they'll journal, maybe they'll write about it. They'll chat to each other. What did it feel like to be involved? Sometimes I do an activity where I take them outside and get them to do some sketching, to sketch a plant or something, to kind of root that whole experience so that they meet the creator in creation as part of their day. And we finish with a prayer. So that's how a day works. I've got some pictures. Let me share the pictures before I forget. So these are some young people talking to a priest in Pakistan, hearing what it's like there, climate change now. And then here's a group at a climate strike. And another group. And that's a picture from above, and you can see our little group around here. It encourages me that there are lots of other Christians there. There are lots of other Christians. I encourage the students, before coronavirus, obviously, to go and talk to people at the climate strike and say, oh, why are you here? Like, why did you come? And they speak to Muslims and hear they're there because of their faith. And then they meet so many other Christians who are saying, yes, this is important to us. So I find that a very encouraging thing for the young people. Sadie, do you think you'd enjoy a day like that? Have you ever been on a protest or a strike?
No.
It's definitely something to experience. It'll give you that sense of, oh, okay, we can make change. Thank you for your question. Was there another question?
Hi James, I'm Katie.
Hi, Katie.
It's clearly that you're very passionate about climate change. Why do you feel that it's important that we're passionate about it as well?
Yeah, I am very passionate, aren't I? I hope I'm not scaring you all. Why do I think it's important? I think there's so many reasons. Like, just off the top of my head, very quickly, I've got small children. I'm definitely worried about their future. I think there's justice questions involved. Like, we in the rich world are causing the problem, but people in the poor world are suffering the consequences. That's not okay. Laudato Si, Pope Francis's document, very clearly says that the rich world needs to take responsibility. And I say that's also true in terms of future generations. There's an intergenerational justice question. Faith calls us to action. I think often we think faith calls us to charity. Yeah, something has happened in the world. Oh no, let's do a cake sale. No, it's a cake sale. The charity thing is important, but also we have to make change. We have to work for justice. And then as the Salesian School, as the Don Bosco Green Alliance, why is it important? Well, the Rector Major said, it's incredible the way young people can move things, even though politicians don't want to touch them. Many times, great change has come from places we don't expect it, and this is beautiful. The Salesian family has to continue this way forward. I think there's a clear challenge to you as a Salesian school and all the people watching this in the Don Bosco Green Alliance to make sure that, as well as the hands-on environmental, litter picking, sustainable energy, all the practical things, that we also do politics. Politics is part of the call to action. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry I've talked a lot, but it was really interesting to meet you all.
Thank you.